All right, guys. So that. All right. So you guys can see the workout. Okay. So I'll talk you guys through it so you can see each movement there. So today we are working on weightlifting. So we've got snatches today. So you're going to start off with your tuck jumps and your mountain climbers. So 3 tuck jumps, then 6 mountain climbers. That's 3 on each side. Then we'll get into your child's pose and your downward dog. So this will replicate the part of the jump yard dog where you're jumping over someone and then crawling underneath. Once we've done that, so 5 rounds of each of those. Then we'll go into a 4-minute EMOM. So there's only 2 rounds of this. So you've got your high knees, heel kicks, and then star jumps, 15 seconds of each, totaling to 45 seconds. Then we'll get into your snatch complex. So the snatch complex will be a deadlift, squat snatch, snatch balance, and overhead squat. So those will be 5 reps of each of those movements on both rounds. And I want you guys to move fairly quickly with this, but always focus on those positions. Yeah. So when you deadlift, hips nice and low. When you snatch, hips are nice and low. Yeah. And then focus on that footwork and that locking out of the elbows overhead for the next 2 movements. From there, you'll go into your skill. So skill is 4 sets of 5 of a drop snatch plus snatch balances. Okay. So 5 and 5. And we'll go through kind of points of performance, what you guys should be looking at and what you should be working on to improve those positions. Then we'll get into your strength, 4 sets. You've got 3 movements, 3 reps of each. So you've got your slow muscle snatch, which we'll go through and practice. And I'll explain why we're doing a slow variation of this. And then you've got your hang squat snatches into a snatch balance. Then we'll get into your conditioning. So conditioning is a 7-minute AMRAP. So that 7-minute AMRAP is going to be double dumbbell man makers or people makers. Okay. Just not so it's, you know, it's gender equal. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. of that movement. And then you'll get into 10 squat snatches with a stick. So we'll go through and demonstrate what a double dumbbell man maker looks like. And with the snatches, we're focusing on the quality of those movements. It is an AMRAP. We are trying to move fairly quickly, but when I want you to drop the intensity a little bit, is going to be on the squat snatches, on that technique piece. When it comes to the dumbbells, there I want you guys to push a little bit harder and get the intensity up. Then for your final movement in your auxiliary is going to be snatch grip Sotts press. So you've got 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. And the scaling is going to differ depending on what you need to work on, and that'll come from what we do in the skill and the strength component as to what you should be working on when we get to this final stage. So I'll get you guys set up for your warm-up. So you're just going to need some space to do your tuck jumps, mountain climbers, and then just have your stick nearby for when we go into that 4-minute EMOM. Easy. All right. Are we ready, guys? So we'll go in. Oh, hang on a second. We've got a stick there and a stick there. Beautiful. Okay. So in 3, 2, 1, and go. Tuck jumps. So 3 tuck jumps, nice and high. Good. And then down on the ground for those mountain climbers. So you're going to push up position. That's it. Good. Okay. So for yours, Lucas, when you do your mountain climbers, if you look at my foot position, so I'm going to tuck in, but my foot's not touching the ground again. Keep it off the ground, and then you're going to switch, okay? So you don't want to be jumping up and down with the hips. That's it. So keep your hips and your shoulders in line, then straight into the next set. 3 tuck jumps. Good. And exaggerate the tucking of the knees, nice and high. So even higher, Karen. Good. Nice. And then big tuck, Lucas, as you jump, knees right up. Good. So it's 5 rounds of this, guys. So keep going through. Mountain climbers now, Lucas. Good. Nice, Thomas. How you feeling, Peter? Yeah, did you do 5 rounds?
Yeah.
That was quick, man. Very good. Okay, so now we'll go to your child's pose and your downward dog. So child's pose, hands and knees, and then sit back onto your heels. So once everyone is in position, I'll start the count. So it'll be a 5-second hold. So Peter, just keep holding there. Yep. So sit back towards your heels, Lucas, and push your chest down towards the ground, opening up the shoulders as well. Holding there. And change, downward dog. Hips up nice and high, locking out the knees. I want you to try to drive your heels down to the ground and push your chest towards your knees. And change. And change. And change. Change. And change. And change. Final one, change. And change. Hold this one 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, so get your stick handy. Okay, so we're going to start on the high knees. Just make sure that stick is nearby. So high knees first, then you've got your heel kicks, and then your star jumps. On the first minute, second minute, you've got that snatch complex, okay? So you can put the stick down for now. And we're going to go in 10 seconds on this clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So high knees. Good. So Lucas, want those arms moving as well. Opposite arm, opposite leg. That's it. Good. And change, heel kicks. That's it. And change, star jumps. And rest. Okay, get ready with that stick. So I want you to really focus on those positions. When you get to your deadlift position, you need to squat down into that. So hips are nice and low. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So squatting down for that deadlift, chin up, eyes forward, 5 reps. Good, and then 5 squat snatches. Good. Then you've got 5 snatch balances. So then that bar goes onto the back. And it's a little dip, kick out, drop to the bottom of that squat. That's it. Good. Good. Once you've done 5 of that, you go straight into 5 overhead squats. Good. Okay, 10-second transition, guys. Get ready for those high knees again. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, so get them nice and high as you can. Drive them up to the chest. Good. And change, heel kicks. Good, so get the speed on this. So remember, there's only 2 rounds of this, guys. And change, star jumps. So other way, Lucas. So you want the legs out as the arms are up, and then legs come in as you touch. That's it. There you go. And time. Okay, so now transition back to that stick. So keep those same positions, 5 reps of each in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Nice. And then your snatch balance. Very good. Good. Keep those eyes up, Peter. Eyes up, Lucas, as well. Good. And then 5 overhead squats. That's it. Get that full lock out at the top, Peter. So stand up all the way. That's it. Every rep. Nice. Well done, guys. Okay, so nice and warm, everyone. Feeling good? Good to go. Okay, so for this next section, we're on to the skill. So the skill is your drop snatch and your snatch balance. Okay, so we're going to get a demo for this. I'll get you guys to watch Peter on this one. So your drop snatch. So bar is on your back. And the main thing we want to look at is, that's a pretty good, no, just there was fine. Yeah. About there, that's it. Okay, so you can see where that bar kind of sits in relation to his screen. Yeah. There's not a lot of space between the bar and the screen, right? I want you guys to keep looking at that as he moves through, because we don't want that bar to press up too far. We want to focus on dropping down, okay? Now to drop down, what you're going to focus on, Peter, is sliding your feet out to the side. So it's not jumping up. You're not trying to get any elevation. You're trying to just relax, or not so much relax, but release the knee and the hip joint to allow you to just drop and slide your feet out as you press, okay? So when you're ready, Peter, drop. Nice. And then again, slide, drop. Very good.
Yeah.
So you can see that bar doesn't move any higher, and his body's just really falling down between those legs. Yeah, and as he's falling, he's pressing. So it's an active movement. It is the falling of the body, but it is the pressing into that bar. Okay, obviously with weight, you can move a little bit quicker if you can press hard enough into it. But again, it's just you're trying to work faster than gravity as much as you can by pressing hard. From there, once you've done your drop snatch, you're going to go straight into a snatch balance. Same setup position, bar is on the back, feet are in your jumping stance. But from here, he's going to have a short and slow dip. And then from there, it's going to be a bit of speed and then drop under the bar. Up. That's it. Yeah. So you're not trying to do a push press. It's not a whole lot of power that you're trying to do with this extension. It's just enough to get the bar to move a little bit, and then it's speed underneath. That's it. Nice. Just do one more, Peter. So you see that slow dip and then drop in under. Yeah. So what you got to be careful of, and it's a little bit on yours, Peter, is try not to press too quickly. The idea isn't to push the bar up. It's to actually push yourself down still. Yeah. It's a little bit harder to do with something that doesn't have a lot of weight on it because there's not as much feedback, but really focus on the push down. That's better. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, so I'll get you guys to set up somewhat similar to what Peter has there. So you can see that position. So I don't have to see much overhead. I just got to be able to see your foot position and where that stick sits. Yeah. All right. So I've just put you on mute, Karen, if that's all right. Okay. Yeah, so for yours, Thomas, see if we can pull that down more. So I just need to be able to see your foot position, and I need to be able to see kind of where that stick is. So,
well, that's either or.
That's either or. Let's go. Let's have a look at the foot position. This is more what we're trying to focus on anyway. Yep. That's it. Okay. All right, guys. So, and Thomas as well, if you can turn to be able to face me more, it'll make it a little bit easier. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So from your setup position, guys, make sure you're in the jumping stance. We're going to go all together. A little bit further back, Karen, if you can. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Okay. And then for yours, Lucas, can you drop the camera down a little bit more just so I can see your foot position? So the main reason to look at the foot position is to see what your feet are doing when you're hitting the bottom of that squat. For a lot of people, especially an overhead squat, they can lose the arch and they'll fall in on their foot position. So I want to make sure everyone's got stability down there. Okay, so from here, in 3, 2, 1, and drop snatch. Nice. Good. And go. Good. So Karen, try to drive your knees out harder when you're in that very bottom position. And go. Good. And go. Last one. Go. Good. Okay, so now snatch balance. So same thing, but this time with that little dip. And go. Good. Go. And go. Go. And then last one. And go. Nice. Okay. So now for this second set, guys, I'm going to get you to pause in that bottom position a little bit longer. So we're going to hold that bottom position. And what I want you to focus on, so Lucas, mainly for yours, when you hit that bottom of the squat, what I want you to focus on is that foot position. Yeah. So when you hit the bottom, you can see the arch kind of drop in just a little bit. Okay. So I want you to try to stay on the outside of your feet as much as possible, driving the knees out. Okay. So what I'll get you to do is right now, just stand back there, get the stick overhead and just go to the bottom of your squat. Hang on, make sure I can still see your foot position. Turn it down. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So go to the bottom of that squat. So just press it overhead. Go feet a little bit wider now. Yeah. Okay. So can you feel the arch, especially that right one? Can you feel how it's dropping in? The outside of your foot is getting off the ground. So I want you to try to push your knees out more and hit the outside of your shoe to be touching the ground, especially on that right side. Just turn that right foot in. So the other way, turn the toe in towards center. So if your feet are like this, yeah, go that way. Yeah, now drive your knees out harder, and sit a little bit higher in that squat. Yeah, not too high, down, hold there. That's it, hold that. Now knees out. Okay, that position there is where I want you to catch your overhead, yeah? So it should be an active position. So what happens a lot of the time, guys, so if you guys were in the Q&A that we did on the Thursday, mobility, flexibility, right? So flexibility, range of motion through a joint, how far you can go. Mobility is a little bit more about the stability and the strength in that range of motion. So what we see on Lucas, that extra range that he can hit to the bottom, it doesn't have as much stability or as much control. Yeah. So what we need to do is bring you up a little bit, Lucas, so you don't go as deep, and then try to engage and have that control in the bottom position. Yeah. So that's going to give you better stability when catching, especially a heavy load overhead, which obviously we can't do yet. But once we get to lifting weights, if you've got that foundation of a stable base already, so feet a bit too wide there, then when we go to lifting heavy, you'll be able to manage that weight overhead. Okay. So for you guys as well, everyone else, try to focus on that same kind of concept. Is make sure those feet, you've got your full foot on the ground. You don't have the outside of your foot coming off the ground. And you feel stable in that bottom position. So everyone's going to pause and then stand up. Okay. So when you're ready, guys, stick on the back. So Lucas, you know your drill. Okay. So go closer with your feet, Lucas, because then you want to slide your feet out into a squat position. Yeah. So feet are narrow and then they'll come out. All right. So Peter, bar on the back. Step back a little bit, Peter, a little bit more. That's it. Okay. In 2, 1, and go. And hold that bottom position. Good. Karen, get a little bit deeper. Deeper, deeper. That's it. Drive the knees out and the chest up. Nice. And then stand. Good. 2, 1, and go. Nice. So Lucas, knees out, especially the right side. That's it. And then stand it up. Good. And keep that tension outwards as you stand. And again, go. Nice. And stand. Good. So Lucas, careful not to allow the toes to turn out too far. Yep. And go. That's better. And stand. And we'll get one more. And go. Nice. And then standing up. Good. And now your drops, your snatch balance, the same thing, but with a dip. Try to hit that same position. And go. Nice. And up. Very good. And go. And up. And go. Holding there. Good. And up. And go. And up. And last one. Go. And up. Very good. Easy, Lucas.
Wow.
So that's trying to maintain active position in the bottom of that squat. Yeah, so your legs should be working pretty hard to support that weight. You can imagine if you've got 100 kilos overhead, you don't want to be soft in that bottom position. You want to maintain tension nice and strong. All right. How you feeling, Peter?
Yeah, good.
Is that too easy?
Nah.
Should we pause a bit longer in the bottom?
When you pause.
Karen? All right. So here we go, guys. Let's get ready for the next set. So we're going to do the pause again. We're going to add the speed back into the final set. Okay, so bar on the back. Good. 2, 1, and go. Good. And up. So again, don't let the feet go too pointed out there, Lucas. Let your heels come out a little bit wider, just the heels. And go. Good. That was better. And stand. Very good. And go. Nice, Thomas. And up. And go. Good. Chin up, eyes forward. And up. Good. And go. And stand. One more. Feet closer, Peter. Yep. And go. That's it. Eyes up, Lucas. Chin up. And stand. All right. Now the snatch balance. So same thing. Bar on the back. In 2, 1, and go. Good. And stand. And go. Pause, Peter. And stand. Nice. And go. Stand. Good. So Lucas, again, those heels, let them go a little bit wider and knees out. And go. Good. Keep driving those knees out and stand. That's much better, Lucas. Go one more. And go. Nice. And stand. Very good. Okay, so for the final set, we're going to focus on getting the speed out of the hole. So once you hit that bottom position, you just stand straight up, but still focusing on those positions. So knees are still out, still trying to have your full foot on the ground, trying to lift that arch up in that bottom position. All right. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Okay, so bar on the back. So I want you to still focus on the speed dropping down and then quickly out of the hole. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. So Lucas, don't forget to keep that position. So heels a little bit wider and go. That's it, and up. Good. Again, a little bit wider for yours, Lucas, and go. Nice. And go. That was better, Lucas, much better. And go. Good. Was that 5 already? Yes?
Don't know.
No, let's do one more. And go. Nice. Okay, so snatch balance. 2, 1, and go. Nice. So Lucas, try not to turn those toes out too far. And go. That's better. And go. 2 more. And go. And last one, same positions. And go. Nice. Very good. Okay, and take a little rest. Some extra overhead squats over there, Peter.
I just feel like when I snatch, I start coming too far forward.
Your upper body position?
Yeah, so I end up like there. So I'm just trying to.
Yeah. So you want to make sure. So there's a couple of things, right? So you have long legs. Yeah. So what's going to happen is your body's going to want to lean forward a little bit further to make up for the length of that femur. So then if you can go wider with your legs, if your hips allow that, then that's going to generally allow you to be more upright. But as you did there, if your hips can sit a little bit deeper and can push forward towards your heels, again, that's going to get you more upright. But what you don't want to do is arch the back excessively to compensate for an upright position. Yeah. So that's what you got to be careful of. And sometimes it can be a little bit harder to do with just a stick. It can be easier with a barbell.
Yeah.
All right. So now for your strength. So we've got 3 movements. We've got the slow muscle snatch. We've got your hang squat snatch and snatch balance. So for this one, Mr. Kutz, the demo boy for the day. With the muscle snatch. So we might have to go with the camera angle a little bit higher now so we can see more of the top half. That's it there. That should be good. Yeah, oh, that's maybe a little bit too much. Just go down a little bit, just a touch. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so a slow muscle snatch. I want you guys to think of how we usually do that traps high pull, or it's like an upright row, yeah? So just do a slow upright row, Peter. So slow upright row, no, so from a standing position. Yeah, so standing, so slow upright row. And then from here, as he pulls higher, it's going to turn over and then press overhead. Yeah, and press, press, press straight away. That's it. Good. So you can see the difference there between that is a muscle snatch. What a lot of people tend to do is try to come up and clean the bar, get the bar onto your collarbone, and then try to press from there. So we don't want to do a snatch grip clean into a press. You want that to turn over and then keep pressing up. So if you watch Peter, go again, Peter. And then as he turns, that bar, the rotation is closer to about here on his face as he starts that rotation and continues to press it up. So think of it as you got force pulling down, right? So from here, as he's pulling, it's here. And as he turns over, it's pulling down this way, okay? So you think of it as external rotation going into a press, yeah? So it goes from an internal rotation into external rotation into a press, okay? So we're trying to strengthen your ability to do this turnover. So a strong turnover is going to equal a strong snatch, okay? So the stronger you can turn it over, the more strength and stability you're going to have to not only catch the bar, but to pull yourself underneath as well. Yeah, so go again for that muscle snatch. So up and then push. That's it. See if you can, as soon as you start to turn over, just press it. So it's slow here and then press. That's it. Yeah, so it's pressing to the ceiling. And then from there, you're going to go into a hang squat snatch. Yeah, without allowing the knees to bend when you do that, by the way. So hang squat snatch, go just above the knee. Now hang on, set up again, just pause. So holding there, shoulders back more and lean over. So I want those knees further back. Okay, now from here, I want you guys to focus on your wrist position to pull it into you. Okay, so it's going to pull the wrist. So bend it in towards you, Peter, the wrist. Yeah, that's it. And then from here, I want you to hit the same position that you did with the muscle snatch. So you're going to make contact on the hips, do this pull, and then it's this turnover to get you underneath. And then go. That's it, good. And then go again. And up. Good. And then just one more. And go. That's it. And then bar on the back, and you've got your snatch balance. So from here, same points of performance that you just practiced. I want you to focus on that catch position at the bottom. So it's not hitting into just a drop position, it's hitting into an active position down there. And then again. Good. And then last one. And down. Nice. Okay, very nice, Peter. So muscle snatch, we're trying to build your bar path and your strength in the turnover. Okay, make sure that turnover isn't just pushing backwards behind you. You're trying to turn it over and pressing it up to the ceiling as hard as you can. Okay, for the squat snatch, you're just starting that same pull from a deeper position. So from above the knee, you'll hit contact into the hips, and then think about the muscle snatch movement along with your feet kicking out to the side. Okay, there's a lot of little pieces to think about, but with this light weight, it's a lot easier to think about these positions than worrying about, is this weight going to collapse on my head? Okay, so really focus on all those positions there, and I'll cue you through if I see something that's a little bit off. So for this one, Lucas, I'll get you to keep the camera as it is, and yeah, you guys are fine there. Okay, so from here, set in position, 2, 1, and then go. Remember, it's slow movement, so slowly up, and then a quick turnover to the ceiling. Good, and then down. And again, elbows up and forward, go, and then turn, good. Make sure you really try to exaggerate elbow position forward, and go, one more. Good, okay, now to your hang position. So everyone's gonna pause in that bottom position, just above the knee. So Karen, turn your toes out more. So we want 45 degrees in that setup, heels a little bit wider. Good, okay, squeeze your back, Lucas, more. So everybody squeeze those shoulder blades back, chin up to the ceiling. Lucas, lean over the bar more. So push your knees back and lean forward, that's it there. And your wrist position, guys, I want you to pull it in towards you, yeah? Like you're just bending your wrist that way, yeah? And then go. Good, and then again, 2, 1, and go. Good, hold it there, hold that launch position. So lean over the bar there, Thomas, a bit more. Yeah, that's it. Squeeze the shoulder blades and go. Nice, and then bar onto your back and you've got your snatch balance. 2, 1, and go. Good, so Lucas, feet wider and go. 2, 1, and go. Feet wider, Lucas. That's it, and rest. All right, easy, guys. So there's quite a bit of things to think about there. So Karen, for yours, the bar's coming up very high before you go down below it. So think about how much force you're putting into the weight as well. So there's not a lot of weight into it. So you don't need to pull as hard for the bar to travel up. Try to think more of making the contact and then you're dropping straight away from here. So try to just move down as you're turning over. Yeah. All right, guys, are we ready? So we're set up for that muscle snatch. In 2, 1, and go. So elbows are forward and then turn over nice and strong. So make sure that turnover goes straight overhead and up and press to the ceiling. Good, so don't dip those knees, Lucas. So it's just a muscle snatch, it's only the upper body. 2, 1, and go. There you go, good. So once you turn over, Lucas, more pressing into that bar. And go. And press hard. Press it, keep pressing, Lucas. So I can see you're relaxed there. And then back down. So I want you to set up just above the knee, guys. So in that launch position. That's it. Shoulders are back. Knees back, Peter. That's it. And then snatch. Good. And set up again. Holding. And snatch. Good. So Lucas, for you, try to focus on the elbows coming out to the side and pulling that bar in close to the body. Set position. And go. Good. One more. Set position again. Lucas, go feet wider as well from here. Yeah, holding there, shoulders back, chin up, Lucas, looking straight forward. Don't look at the ground, look even higher, above the camera. And go. Nice, bar on the back, 3 snatch balance, 2, 1, and go. And go. Last one, and go. That's it. Very good. All right. Was that 2 sets or 3? 2. Very good. Okay, here we go. Let's go straight into your 3rd set. So Lucas, your head position. I want you to look up even higher. So pretty much there's a wall behind the camera, right?
Yes.
Yeah? So I want you to look all the way to the very top of that wall where it meets the ceiling. So that's going to be your eye level when you're in that launch position, when you're here, when you're snatching, when you're doing everything. I want you to look into that corner there. All right, here we go, guys. So from the muscle snatch, 2, 1, and go. Good. And set up again. So knees are locked out and go. Good. And go. So launch position, so leaning over. Just above the knee. Holding, shoulders back. And go. Good. So again, Lucas, nice and close to the chest as you pull. So launch position, set up. And go, close to the chest, pull. Good. And set up again, one more. Hold it there. So Karen, toes out more. That's it. And go. Nice, bar on the back. And snatch balance. And go. Good, hold it there. And go. Good, last one. Go. Very good. And rest. Okay, so one more set. So did everyone see the video I put up in the group about the Saturday session?
Yep.
Yep. Come on, Karen.
I've been working today.
No excuses, Karen. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, check it out. So I'm encouraging people to do that session outside. Yeah, so all the equipment is meant to be used inside, but we're allowing for this Saturday, just those 2 pieces of equipment, your wall ball and your plate. Take it to a park, see if you can train outside, if you want to bring a buddy. So the example I used was Karen and Penny. If you guys want to meet in the park, maintaining social distancing, 2 arm lengths away from each other, but still training together. If you can, if you can't, it's fine, still jump in and do the session just like we are now.
That's exciting. I haven't seen it, but now I am excited, and I hope that Penny wants a partner.
I'm sure she will. All right, guys, are we ready?
After.
All right, so let's set that position. So back to your muscle snatch in 2, 1, and go. Nice. And set up and go. Very good. And so for yours, Lucas, not Lucas, Thomas, when you pull and you rotate, you twist it over, try not to press it back too far. Yeah, think straight to the ceiling. And go. And straight up, that's better. Okay, now launch position just above the knee. Make sure you've got your toes at that 45-degree angle. Knees are out wide. Think about that wrist position. Squeeze in the back, chin up higher, Peter. That's it, and go. Nice, and then set up again, same positioning. Hold, lean over, Lucas. That's it, and then go. And set up, launch position. And go. Nice, now snatch balance, bar on the back. And go. Good. And go. Last one, go. That's it. Very good. Okay. So now we have your conditioning component. So 7 minutes, it's only 7 minutes. So what we're looking at is trying to complete 3 rounds. So 3 rounds of this is enough because we're just focusing a lot on the quality and the technique of your squat snatches with the stick, okay? So it's not about how fast you move through this necessarily. I want you guys to go as unbroken as possible with the dumbbells. They don't have to be fast, but try not to let go of them. That little puppy is so distracting. So cute. No, that's right.
Little Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them. They're so cool.
So yeah, so the double dumbbell man makers. Let's get Karen. Karen's gonna demo.
I don't know what these
the
are.
people makers.
Yeah.
All right, so just grab both dumbbells. And I'll get you to set up, kind of stand back, say in line with that blue. Is that a blue box or something there on your right? Yeah, that one there.
Yeah.
Oh, on the shelf. Yeah. Okay, so from here, keep the dumbbells in your hand. Do a burpee on the dumbbells. Yep.
What?
And when you kick your legs back in, keep your legs wide.
Okay.
Yeah. So down.
Do I have to go down to the floor?
Yeah, all the way down. So the dumbbells will touch your shoulders, basically. That's it. And now press, kick your legs in nice and wide. And from here, I want you to swing the dumbbells between the legs like a kettlebell and catch it in a squat clean.
Oh.
And then go up into a thruster.
Bullshit.
There we go. Yes. And again, let's do another one. So burpee on the dumbbells.
Aren't you supposed to do a
Legs are
lateral?
wide. And up. And then press. Very nice.
God.
Easy. Very nice, Karen. So yeah, so there are very many different variations of what a man maker is, or a devil's press, and all these other things. This is our version that we're doing today. So you've got a burpee into a cluster with your dumbbells, okay? It's very important that you do that kettlebell swing motion that Karen demoed there. That's gonna allow you to get enough power and momentum to then pull into that front squat. Otherwise, you're gonna end up doing bicep curls trying to do that movement, and it's going to be quite tough. Okay, it's going to be a bit awkward as well. So you want to generate that force from the legs and keep you guys moving. Then you've got your squat snatches. So this is what you guys have been practicing from the hang, but you're going to go from that deeper position. Yep. So where things always can get lost in a snatch is the movement around the knee, going from the first pull, which is the deadlift, and then trying to go into from the launch to the hips. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is to go slowly off the ground, off that ground position, which is about mid-shin. So moving slowly till you get to that launch. And from here, I want you to speed up into the hips, okay? So if you accelerate too soon, you're gonna have this bar path that the stick is just gonna come straight up. This bar is gonna be really far away from you. With a stick, you're not gonna feel a difference, right? You could do a snatch like this if you want, like a shoulder dislocate, and you're still gonna land it quite well because there's no weight pushing you around. The idea is that we're trying to prep you your technique to be able to lift heavy weight, okay? So I want you guys to move slowly on those, slow from the ground until you get to the knee. Once you pass the knee, I want you to accelerate into the hips, try to hit that same muscle snatch movement that we've been practicing, and think about that footwork. So for you, Lucas, you're trying to make sure that your toes don't go too wide and that your heels aren't too close together. Yeah, so you want to land in that strong position, feet are flat on the ground, and the knees are out wide. Make sure you maintain tension as well as you catch. So it's not a relaxed position in the bottom of that snatch, it's an active position, okay? So we want to make sure that you can feel those legs working even with just a stick, okay? It should be enough. So I'll get you guys set up with your dumbbells. Make sure you have them set up so you can transition fairly quickly into your man makers or people makers.
Are we doing 3, 6, 9? Yeah.
Yeah, so 3, 6, 9 with the dumbbells and 10 reps for your squat snatches.
Oh, these are too heavy.
I feel like devil's press is more appropriate.
Oh God.
It's just different, Karen. It's
This
just
is
different.
devil twist with a squat snatch. I mean, a squat clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's worse.
All right. What's this sitting down, Peter?
I just like to
Let's get ready.
What do we start with?
It starts with the dumbbells. So dumbbells first, 3 reps, and then you got 10 with the stick.
Okay.
So we have 10 seconds on the clock. So start from a standing position. Dumbbells are on the ground. 1 and go. So hands on those dumbbells, drop to that burpee. Pull it in, squat clean it, and then thruster. Nice, so it's only 3 reps. And then we'll go straight into that stick. So remember the stick, we're not trying to rush your movements there. Try to hit all those positions we've been practicing. So shoulders back. So you want to pause in that setup position. Slow off the ground, speed up after the knee. Good. Yeah, so for you, Lucas, always keep those eyes up. And as you turn over, don't let that stick go back behind you. I want you to press up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling. Nice, Karen. That's it, Peter. Good. Very good. Peter, can you just turn to the side for a second for the next set? Yep. And go. Good. Good. So in that bottom position, make sure you're touching the shins. So go down for that deadlift. Make sure you touch in and then pull. Good. So there's still a little bit of space between that bar and the body. See if you can keep that a bit tighter. Nice. So once you've done your 10, straight back to those dumbbells for 6 reps this time. So they don't have to be fast. Just keep moving through and try to keep those hands on the dumbbells the entire time. Good. You got it, Karen. Nice. All right, here we go, Thomas. Set up that position. So think about the wrist position as well. Make sure you're still doing those elbows pulling up, bar close to the chest. Good.
Can't wait to do legs tomorrow.
We are doing legs tomorrow. That's it, Peter. And set up again, bar nice and close. That one was better. Good. So make sure it's slow past the knee and then accelerate. There you go. Nice. Very good, Karen. Flying through, Thomas. Onto the set of 9s. So try to exaggerate that lockout position in the thruster there. So press and then back down. Good. So make sure you feel that stability in that thruster. You got it, Karen. Very good. Good. So Lucas, see if you can make contact in the hips more. So you want to really pull it into the body. So slow off the ground and then speed up. Just a little bit fast off the ground. So go a bit slower as you come up and then speed from there into the hips. Good. Very good. Nice, Peter. All right, Karen, you got this. Straight into those dumbbells. Let's go, Thomas. All right, let's get that position. Make sure you guys always have a hook grip as well on that stick. Good. Good. So Lucas, you want to pull it in between the legs.
Oh.
Otherwise, too much bicep curls. Come on, you got it. Let's go. Back onto those dumbbells. Just keep them narrower. And then up. That's it. And press. Good. And back down straight away. Nice, Karen. Good. So you got more, Peter? Or you're on the stick?
Stick.
Stick? Okay, cool. There you go, Karen. Very good. Yeah, we've got just over 1 minute left. Just keep moving, guys. Nice. Let's go, Lucas. Yeah, just over 30 seconds to go. Nice. Keep going. Let's get another rep. Let's go, Lucas. Straight in. You got a few seconds left. Let's get one. Time. Very good. Well done, guys. Everyone stuck to their techniques on the snatches. That was really good. All right. So to finish off, Peter is going to demo. So I'll get you guys to watch the Sotts press for this one. So what I want you guys to focus on is the squat position of this Sotts press is an active position as well. Okay, so you're not relaxing down there and then just trying to press a stick overhead. So you want to still maintain tension. Was that, Peter?
Front on or side on?
Just front is fine. Just step back a little bit so we can see your foot position as well. Because you're going to be deep anyway in the bottom of that squat. Okay. So find your squat stance. Or you can squat snatch it to start with. Good. Okay, so from here, what we're looking for is you can see that stability that Peter's got in the bottom there. Like foot position is quite good. He's not caving in. Those knees are out. He's got the shins fairly vertical. If you like look at it from the front, not the side view, obviously they're coming forward over the toes, towards the toes, but they're not caving in, okay, is what we're looking at. Chest position, what I want you to focus on here, Peter, is try to get extension through your upper back, okay? So you're trying to arch your upper back, your mid back, and then were you in the mobility session over the weekend as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so remember the double chin? That's the one that we want there. So we want to try to straighten the neck at the same time. Yeah, just hold it there, Peter. So what I want you guys to prioritize more is what the squat position looks like rather than the pressing, okay? So if we start to add pressing movements into the bottom of this Sotts press, and then you don't have the strength, you don't have the stability to hold what your legs are doing, that's not going to translate very well into your actual lifts, okay? Because you need that stability, the foundation of the movement. Okay, so from here, you can see Peter's holding that position, trying to focus on the extension here. Try to bring your chest up, Peter, but keep your core nice and tight. Make sure you're not exaggerating through your lower back, so you don't want to compromise that position. It's all in the upper back. And then from here, just stand up tall again. Just stand up tall, stand up, press into it, good. And that position there. So, for some of you guys, the first set, what I want you guys to do is to hold the bottom of that squat for 60 seconds, okay? It's an active hold. If you struggle to pull yourself down, what I want you to think about is use those hamstrings to pull your butt down towards your heels. I want you to use your hip flexors to start pulling your chest down towards your thighs, okay? So you're trying to use these muscle groups to pull yourself down rather than to hold you up. Okay, so actively contract these muscles, the front of your shin, your tibialis anterior. I want you to contract that as much as you can, all the muscles on the front there, to try to pull your toes up towards you to get you to sink that little bit deeper as well. Okay, all these muscles, I want them to be switched on when you're holding that bottom position. Okay, are you ready, guys? A 60-second hold, stick overhead. Okay, so I'll get you guys to squat in 3, 2, 1, and squat. Hold. Okay, so holding this position here. So Lucas, keep staying down there. I want you to turn your heels out more. Yeah, so you can see foot position there. I want you to just turn the heels out. So keep your toes, that's it. From there, now chin up. Keep driving the knees out more. As much as you can, knees out wide, good. You should feel your glutes working hard here. Karen, I want you to get more extension through the upper body. Arch your upper back, that's it. Pull your hips forward, and that's time, guys. Under 30 seconds, keep going, keep going. Sorry, my bad. So Karen, pull your hips towards your heels and try to pull that chest up at the same time. Nice, Thomas, really good position there. Keep squeezing there. Keep driving the knees out harder, Thomas. That's it, exaggerate that squeeze in the glutes. Good. Just keep holding, almost there. And time. Standing up. Very nice. All right, how did that feel, guys?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. So we want to try to get comfortable down in that position as much as possible. So what I'm going to get you to attempt on this next one, I want you to keep all those same positions that you just did there, that upright position, active through all those muscles in your legs, and then see if you can get a press. If you feel that as you're pressing, there's a bit too much movement in the body, knees are doing something different, your feet are doing something different, then I'll get you just to go back to just a hold, okay? So we'll go again in 20 seconds. So add the 2-minute mark on this clock. 15 seconds.
You just tell me when.
So are we still holding it and pressing for a minute, or is it?
No, so if you can maintain the position, just set up your position, then you'll go for 10 to 12 reps. We've got 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So squat down, hold that position, make sure you're in the same position as you were before, and then try to do your presses. That's it. That's it. So for you, Karen, that's a good position there. It's focusing on trying to create more dorsiflexion, trying to actively pull your toes up. Yeah. So not the toes themselves off the ground, but pulling the knees forward. Yeah. Still do your presses. And Peter, slow down your press. So control it down. Pause on the back, Peter, and then pause at the top. Good. So remember that double chin position as well. Pulling through the back of the neck. Nice. So I want you guys to move fairly slow on that movement as well, Mr. Kutz. Try not to race out of it. The idea is also to maintain that bottom of the squat position for an extended period of time. Okay, so we're trying to strengthen all those muscles there. So for this one, we're going to have a shorter rest. So we're going to go at 3 minutes 30, so in 20 seconds. And for you, Peter, that bottom of the squat, I'll get you to sit slightly higher, just a touch.
Yeah.
All right, so sticks up overhead. You've got 7 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squat. Good. So think about that double chin position. So I want you to pull your chin in and activate the muscles on the back of the neck. So you try to straighten the neck position, trying to pull through your upper back as best as you can. Just feel the tension. Good. Nice.
All right.
Well done, guys. Good job.
That's it.
So whoever finished their presses the fastest gets 100 Toyotas. So Peter, you're welcome.
Can't do a Toyota.
That's all good.
Sorry, I think we lost you, Andrew, again.
Yeah, it's freezing. It's frozen, guys. But yeah, well done, everyone.
Thanks, Andrew.
Good job. And yeah, so for some of you guys, if you wanted to jump in, if you've got partners that want to come in as well for the session tonight, so we do have a women's health talk tonight. So this can apply to guys as well. Okay, so we all have pelvic floors, and just understanding how they work. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit more information for the females in terms of, you know, postpartum and pregnancy and all these other things as well. So if you have a partner, they can come in and join the session, but you can also come in and just learn something different as well. Okay. All right, guys.
Okay, thank
Enjoy
you,
the rest of your
Thanks,
night.
guys.
See you later.
Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. All right. See you guys.
If I could grab